Starting up and trying out a new 5 to 10 minute segment really quick called This or That Thursdays. We put out polls on Instagram asking quick this or that question. Could be sports related, could not be sports related. I went through and checked those out, and so the first question that we put on there was, is it called Miller Park or is it AmFam Stadium? And 93% of you said it's Miller Park. I too agree. No matter what it's changed to, it's got to be Miller Park.
I also agree with Miller Park.
Yeah. We asked, what is better, State Fair or Summerfest? 70% of you said Summerfest.
I said State Fair. I didn't really know what that meant, but I always like going to my own state fairs over like summer festivals.
Yeah, I agree. I also would go with State Fair as well. All right, and then we went to, is it pronounced bubbler or is it a water fountain? 68% of you said bubbler. Are you going to get that? Because it's like a Wisconsin thing, I think, or a Midwest thing.
Yeah, no, it's called a water fountain by me. The people who do call it a bubbler, like in my area, do get roasted quite a lot. I want to say those are a lot of people from Massachusetts, I believe, call it a bubbler. So when I was at school, if they called it bubbler, they got roasted. Like, no, it's a water fountain. You're in our area. It's a water fountain.
Yeah, everybody got to be bubbler over here, man. I'm sorry, you would get roasted over here. All right.
Oh, I definitely would.
Rodgers or Favre? 87% said Rodgers.
Yeah, I would go with Rodgers too. I do think that's kind of disrespectful to Brett Favre, but I would also go towards Rodgers over Favre at this point.
Yeah, I'll go Rodgers. But like you said, I don't know how it's that high. I think it's really, I'd probably put like 60-40 maybe. But yeah. 87% Rodgers. So, okay, so this is the Giannis one. Would you rather, and let me know if I got this right, because this is how I put it, kind of. Would you rather win one ring with Giannis, but have the Bucks be contenders for his entire career, and he stays in Milwaukee, or would you rather have us win 3 rings, and then Giannis leaves in 5 years, and the Bucks go through a major rebuild? How accurate was that to what you wanted? Because it was hard to word that.
Yeah, it was definitely hard to word with the space you have for polls, but the way that I meant it was, would you rather keep Giannis for his entire career and only win 1 championship, but be contenders every year, so essentially like the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers? Or would you rather the Bucks either trade Giannis or move on from him at the end of his contract, go into full rebuild mode for 5 years, so they are just awful, like the 14th seed every single year for 5 straight years, but by the time Giannis retires on whatever team he's on, the Bucks have won 3 championships. So, let's say Giannis plays another 12 seasons. So 5 of those, you're going to suck. You're going to be the worst team in the NBA. Going to get completely roasted by everyone. But in those last 7 years, you win 3 championships. That was essentially what I meant. And
okay. Well,
I definitely think it's a tough one. Like it's at this point, it's kind of just like, do you value Giannis more than team championships? And
it wasn't that tough for the voter. 70% of the people would rather have 3 rings and then Giannis is gone, which I completely disagree. I'd rather have Giannis and 1 ring, and then at least Giannis's personality is so amazing. Like, I just would rather have that around than going back to being like that bottom of the barrel. Are they going to relocate team? Like, no.
Mm-hmm. I'm wearing my boy. So I also got to go with Giannis in the One Ring. If you guys were confused by the poll, because it was kind of tough to word that whole thing into like 5 words, let us know in the comments below what you would rather do.
Yes. All right, moving along. Which sports team do you root for more, the Bucks or the Packers? I kind of expected this. Packers 64%, Bucks 36%. Packers edging out the Bucks on that one. Kind of expected, honestly.
Yeah, I just think that
probably agree, but it's
there are definitely just more Packers fans throughout.
I'd probably. Yeah, no, that's definitely the country, definitely. Rodgers or Brady? No surprise here with all the Brady haters. Rodgers 83%.
Well, so what do you mean by that? Like who are you taking in the GOAT conversation, or like
who are you taking as the overall better quarterback? Yes.
The overall better quarterback, I take Rodgers. I think he's a more talented quarterback. But if I want like leadership and all of the Super Bowls, I gotta go Brady. But just based on who I want to lead my team, let's say I have the worst team in the NFL, and I can only pick one quarterback to revive that team. It's Aaron Rodgers. It is Aaron Rodgers 100%.
I'm going with Brady. All right.
Okay.
Dame or I'm going 7 Super Bowl rings. Hello. Damian Lillard or Stephen Curry? 88% say Stephen Curry.
That is a tough one.
Also disrespectful, but whatever.
Yeah. Dame is my favorite point guard in the entire league. But Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, and I think you could say that he is a top 3 point guard of all time as well. I gotta go Curry. I do love Dame's game, but I think Curry right now, I think he's the better player.
Yeah, no, you said it, man. I think I would go with Curry. I think a problem with Dame is like Curry's been doing this since like 2013 when he burst on the scene with that game against the Knicks. Dame has been in the league since like 2014, I think it was, or no, before that, like 2012 or whatever it was. But he's only been like Dame time. He's only been really doing that for like the last 5 or 6 years. Curry's been doing it for like 8 or 9. Dame hasn't led his team to a championship. Curry has led his team to 3. So I think, that it makes sense why it's the vote there. I didn't expect it to be that high, but
yeah.
Giannis or Anthony Davis? Very popular Twitter question. 85% say Giannis. Again, not surprised. We probably have mostly Bucks fans on the Instagram. But I also do agree with it.
I really don't think it's a question. Like, you have the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, so you could arguably say the best player in the league in 2020 and the best defender in the league. How can you take anybody over him? Like,
yeah,
it's Giannis.
Agreed. Nope, I agree. It's definitely Giannis. Horror movies or comedy movies? 90% said comedy. Like, I feel like for me, it really depends on my mood, Like, what time of day is it? Is it nighttime? Because then I might want a horror movie instead. What mood am I in? Am I in the mood to get scared tonight? A lot of horror movies are kind of dumb, though, and repetitive. That's the problem. But 90% said comedy.
Yeah, I hate horror movies, so it's comedies all the way. I could watch a comedy, like, any time of the day. Anytime.
Yeah, no, are you scared of horror movies, or you just don't like them?
I just don't like them. I mean, like, I do scare kind of easily. I prefer thrillers over horror movies. Like, I think the more suspenseful movies are much better, but, like, I hate jump scare movies. Like, I think they're dumb, and, like, why? Like, I get why people want to get scared, but, like, if I want to watch a movie, I want to enjoy it. I don't want to have to be looking over my shoulder waiting to get scared every like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then you gotta check when the shower curtain, when you go to the bathroom, make sure nothing's gonna jump out.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you can relate. Yeah, we've all done it, you know. All right. Have you ever been to a Bucks game? Was the next question. 68% of people have been to a Bucks game. 32% have not.
It's a shame.
You haven't, right?
I have. Not
As a 1-year-old
in Milwaukee. Child? Yeah, I went. My roommate in college was a huge Boston Celtics fan, so we took the trip up to Boston to watch the Bucks play the Celtics. That was awesome.
Oh,
I think the Bucks lost, but it was a good game.
Figures. That was probably in the Joe Prunty era or the Jason Kidd era.
When was that? 2018, maybe. It was either the year we won 60 or the year before. I can't remember.
Probably the year before when we had Joe Prunty as our interim coach after Jason Kidd got fired. That was awful. That guy was awful. People want Coach Bud fired. Think about what you could have. Grass isn't always greener on the other side. You know? Last one. Who has the better movies, Adam Sandler or Will Ferrell? A 50-50 split.
Ooh, right, wow.
I think it's Adam Sandler, and I don't even think it's close.
Oh, that's so disrespectful to Will Ferrell. Like, I love Adam Sandler's movies. Like, yeah. Waterboy is one of my favorite, like, just dumb comedies to watch. I think that movie's hilarious. But, like, Step Brothers, Blades of Glory, those movies are hilarious. I voted Will Ferrell in that one. I just think, you know, he's been doing it for so long that people kind of just like get numb to how good he is at his job. And yeah, I think Adam Sandler is probably a better serious actor than Will Ferrell.
Oh, is Will Ferrell ever serious?
I think he did like one maybe serious movie, but I can't place it. But I have not seen Uncut Gems yet. But I saw Adam Sandler in Reign Over Me, and he was phenomenal in that. Like, I did not expect that type of performance from him, you know, after watching like Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, like movies like that. Like, you don't expect some of these comedic actors to be able to play these serious roles. But it's I think if I'm looking at it from a longevity standpoint, and you know, it could be like an Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady kind of thing, where Will Ferrell's been doing it for so long, and like he has been at the top for so long, but then you see all of these incredible movies that Adam Sandler has put out, like, as you know, in a not as of late, but like over the last like decade, like he's been producing these great films. I mean, Grown Ups 2, I loved Grown Ups. But
Grown Ups 1 though is good.
I like Grown Ups 1 a lot. Grown Ups 2 was, you know, you're I understand why they did it, but like, again, why did you do it? But yeah, I gotta go with my boy Will.
I'm just not sure Will Ferrell has 7 actor championships in him. You know, I don't know. Step Brothers is great. Like, we're doing the Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers argument, somehow relating that to each other. Like, does Will Ferrell have 7 championship rings?
I thought it was a pretty good comparison.
It's like, a good comparison. I just don't know if he's got 7. I don't know if he's got 7 rings. He might have like 3 or 4.
Anchorman 2, Zoolander, The Other Guys, Step Brothers, Semi-Pro, Blades of Glory, Talladega Nights.
I would consider Zoolander a Ben Stiller movie, but
okay,
would you consider Zoolander a Ben Stiller movie though?
Well, yeah, Ben Stiller was obviously the main character, but like Will Ferrell was hilarious as the villain in that. You don't have to include that, but you got The Other Guys, Anchorman, Step Brothers, Semi-Pro, Blades of Glory, Talladega Nights. That's 6 right there. Elf? Seven.
Adam
Seven
Sandler's
right there.
only got one, and Adam Sandler's only got.
I don't know.
One?
No, that was it was more just like a Will Ferrell's been doing it so much longer than Adam Sandler.
It's a longevity versus whatever comparison. Okay.
No, Adam Sandler has way more than just one. Like he's had a lot of hits, like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Grown Up. Click was weird. Click was weird.
Click was weird. It was weird.
It's I just feel like all of his movies that I really love, I kind of feel like he's just playing like the same type of character. Like Happy Gilmore, Waterboy, and Billy Madison. I love all three. They're all three hits, but like it's just the same thing. It's the same character.
So is Will Ferrell is the guy that's like, I don't know how to say this, but you know what, is the guy that's just not, all there really, you know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of like in Step Brothers, he's like 45 years old, you know what I mean? Like, lives with his parents. And then in the other guys, he's always the guy that gets pushed over by everybody and everything like that, by Mark Wahlberg. And then what else is he in? Get Hard. He's the guy that's, again, pushed over and gets conned into that scheme and everything and has to be toughened up. And then he's in that other movie with Mark Wahlberg as well. What is that? The one that came out with where they're both parents or whatever.
Home?
Yeah, but what is it?
I think Daddy's Home, right? Yeah, Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home. Daddy's Home is the guy that, the father comes in and he's all of a sudden taking over the house and everything because Will Ferrell just lets it happen. It's kind of the same role, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think
I can see. But come on, the character arc in the other guys, come on. Gator needs his gun, dude. Gator needs his gat back. Give Gator his gat back.
Yeah. Undoubtedly, they both have terrific movies.
Oh, I mean, it's definitely close between the two. I think you can't say that it's not. Like their movies are phenomenal. Like they're both fantastic comedic actors.
It is hard to put when you put the resumes up to each other though, and you look at Ferrell and Sandler. I'll admit, I mean, Ferrell's got 6 or 7 hits, like you said, and Sandler's got like. To me, Click is a hit. I thought Click was hilarious. Christopher Walken and all that with the clicker mode.
It is, but like, it's weird.
Is it a hit? Yeah. Is it like it's not a, was it a box office hit? I don't know. Like the other ones were home runs.
Yeah, I don't know how many like box office hits you would say that like Sandler has had. Like Uncut Gems, 100%. Okay. But like, well, like the 3 that I mentioned, like 3 of my favorite movies. Oh, and The Longest Yard. How could I forget that movie? I love that movie. But but like The Longest Yard, Waterboy, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. Like I don't remember them doing incredible at the box office. But like that doesn't mean that they're not like all like family favorites to watch. Like. They're hilarious movies. They're fantastic movies. Just because you don't do well at the box office doesn't mean it's a bad movie. I just think Will Ferrell is the name that's going to get people in seats to go to the movies. At least when those came out, like Adam Sandler was known, but like what was maybe like 2010 those were coming out around then. It was kind of like Adam Sandler, and like there was a huge gap. Adam Sandler's definitely caught up. But like there was a huge gap. Like Will Ferrell was definitely getting more box office success at that point.
Yeah, and I guess it kind of depends on what your humor is too. Because for me personally, that movie that came out with him and Jennifer Aniston, they're on the boat or whatever. It was like a Netflix movie.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen that.
I'm gapping on the name right now. It's to me that's hilarious, but that's my kind of comedy. Like just making like little snarky remarks at the end and everything and all that stuff. Like. my comedy's not really like you call them. What do you call them? The dumb comedies or whatever. Like, it's not. This is probably an unpopular opinion. Like the Happy Gilmore. I don't think I've ever seen Happy Gilmore. I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever seen. What else is out there? What were you saying? Waterboy. Not a fan.
Oh, what?
else
And you
we got?
still put Adam Sandler over Will Ferrell?
Because,
Don't
dude,
like
I
movie?
like Click. I like the one I was just talking about. I like, what else has he got?
Just Go With It. Just Go With It.
I just don't really
Also
like.
Jennifer Aniston.
I don't like Just Go With It's a fantastic movie. I guess I
It's a great
just don't love Will Ferrell's characters. I think I don't like. It's not for me. Like my favorite actor by far is Jason Bateman, and it's just because of the way that he says jokes in his movies. Like they're so like sarcastic and like what is the word I'm looking for? Like just
It's not
cut this part out.
The word wasn't sarcastic.
No, it's like when it's condescending. That's the word. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's my kind of humor. Like the condescending, like whatever. Like when he says, there's that movie with him where he's a doctor and that kid's mom is in the hospital or whatever, and Jason Bateman says to the kid like, why don't you go get some cookies to eat for when your mom dies? Like that's like the stupid humor that like I think, because like the idea of a doctor saying that to me is hilarious. You know what I mean? Like in a movie sense, anyway. So like that's more my humor instead of like the Will Ferrell, like would you say Dodo needs his gun or whatever?
Gator needs his gat back.
Gator needs his gat back. Yeah, it's a great movie though. I can't take nothing away from the other guys. Great movie.
It just makes it so much better because I actually drive a Prius, so just like all the Prius jokes in that movie just are like 10 times funnier for me because I drive.
Dude, Mark Wahlberg's everything Mark Wahlberg does in that movie, in my opinion, is like when he, the sound of your, whatever hitting the urinal, it sounds feminine. Like just like stupid jokes like that are like, I've said those jokes like endless times to my buddies for no reason because it's just like,
That's Will Ferrell movies have very quotable lines.
Yeah, they do. That's like half of me and my buddies' dialogues are quoted movie lines, honestly. Like, back and forth. But, all right. That was interesting to say the least. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Like Napo said, if you guys do, we'll definitely do it again. We'll put up some more polls for the next week's segment. And, that pretty much does it.